Today, we're going to be talking about US oil. We are going to be picking up from where we left off 6 days ago with the analysis that I did, where we are now in terms of what market did, and what we could plan for in the future in terms of what to do next. So with that said and done, we are going to get straight into it. And the first thing is a recap on what we discussed last week. So last week, I want to bring to your attention this area right here, right? So last week, this level was where I pointed out, because last week in my analysis, I was biased towards taking sales in oil based on the fact that market had left the boundary of the high side of the high value area of the volume profile, which is this area that we're in right now. It goes further down, but just for the sake of it, because the idea is just to focus in this area right here, right? So it left that area up here and was somewhere down here, right? I even said that we're going to place a support level right under here, okay? And these wicks over here were the main ones that I was using for that support, because I wanted to get a close, an absolute close under it, where then it would have made sense for me to take sales. And the number in question in terms of where I would have placed my entry would have been 62.44. So at 62.44, that was where I would have been thinking about putting sales for US oil. Now, with what transpired after, price didn't go anywhere near this zone, so my limit order would not have been triggered, essentially, right? So if you were following along and you decided that, okay, you was going to follow what, and you was going to follow along what TP Success was talking about, okay, your order would not have been triggered either. You would not have been triggered at all. What happened instead was price shot all the way up back into this area again, right? When it began to leave, you may have been tempted to put in a sell if you went with the sentiment that I had, which was heavily leaning towards taking sells. Now, if you had done these things, clearly you would have been wrong, right? This is where market is at right now. Clearly you would have been wrong, right? And this is the game that we play. This is the game that we play. It's not all the time that we're right, but however, that is what it is, right? Now, in the event that a situation like that takes place, you can still make a move. You can still make a move. This is where you would revert back to the old tried and tested system that really does work, and that is the weekly lows and the weekly highs. So at this point, we have a really good use case to bring that into this game right now, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring that in. So the first thing is I'm going to look for first thing I'm going to look for the end of this week right here. So that's this level. So I'm going to bring in a vertical level. We're going to drop that in there like so. Then we're going to go to last week, right? Last week, and then we're going to find where everything was, and we're going to put in another vertical level, okay? So last week, not this week, but last week, we could see price was ranging, okay? And the highest point of market, in all fairness, was on the Thursday, right? So roughly the day that I made the video, right, was the day after, which was on a Friday, is where we got the first signals to say that maybe price might want to go up, right? So let's mark out these levels of interest right now, just so that we've got a bit of assistance with this process. And let's just get rid of all of these, because these are all irrelevant as it stands. These are all irrelevant as it stands, because it did not work out. It did not work out, right? So hopefully once I show you this will help you know how to kind of deploy countermeasures in the trading space, where even if your overall analysis goes wrong, an opportunity could present itself just based on how you basically assess the market as a whole, right? So I'm just measuring out these areas over here, the top side, and just trying to work out which is the resistance, between the two, and I'll say both of them basically. It looks like it's both of them, so let's just put a level on it. As a matter of fact, the one on Thursday is slightly higher than the Wednesday. Let me just move this up just a tad bit, okay? So we're just going to go with Thursday as that set the weekly high, right? Actually, no, say it wrong. Wrong. The weekly high was actually set on the Friday. And that's another thing as well. Sometimes you can get so drawn into seeing what you want to see that you end up doing things wrong. So I was so focused in this area, I literally forgot that this was the Friday and this in fact was the high. I was just too focused in this area right here, right? This would have been a good way to actually get in all fairness. I'm not going to lie to you. It actually would have been a good way to get in. But at the same time, we've got the right assessment here, right? So first things first, let's look into this area right here, because I think this area is where we got the first gem to let us know what to do. Okay, so on Friday, price knocked out the resistance level, right? We had a massive parabolic push to the upside. Okay, at this point, after seeing this move to the upside, okay, my only recommendation would be, if you took the next candle after that and then got in somewhere at the bottom, that would have been a good move. So say after you've seen the parabolic push to the upside, you jump in on the next candle, which looks like a doji, right? And then you're able to get it somewhere around, when it pushes all the way down, you manage to get it somewhere around that level, which would have been around 64.05. That would have been a good entry, okay? But however, personally, I would have waited. I personally would have waited. Why? Because I would have wanted a bigger move to take place to help me make that decision as if I want to get in or get out. And that decision would have come on the Monday the following week. So Monday of this week, that's when we would have got that move to say, hey, this is what you can do. And why was that so? Why would that be so important? Well, essentially it was this. What we got on the Monday was we actually got a clean break above the weekly high of last week, which was set on a Friday, right? So once that took place, you could literally have jumped in, okay? Your stop could have been a little bit ambitious and covered the previous swing low, which would have been this level right here, all right? And you'd be sitting in all of this right now. All of this right now would be you as it stands today. Even though market is pulling back, I'm thinking that it's going to keep pushing up even higher. I may be right, I could be wrong, only time will tell, but that's how it looks to me right now. Okay, now there's a couple things that I've mentioned in that video as well, and that was overall the price of oil. I did not think the price of oil will be going up to the high 60s anytime soon, right? So for example, I'm still holding onto the thought process that price is not going to break above 71.23, right? I'm still holding on to that thought. I may be right, I could be wrong, only time will tell, but I still don't think it's going to go that high. I think somewhere in this area over here, we are going to start to get a breakdown of price, right? So with that, we're just going to jump onto a higher time frame. So let's say a day, and let's see what the day can tell us about what price is doing. Let's see what the day can tell us what price is doing. So as it stands on the day, even though we're getting the push to the upside, one of the biggest levels that we want to keep an eye on for price to take out, which I don't think is going to happen, but it could happen. I don't think this move is going to take place, but it definitely could take place, right? Which is a close above 72.22. Okay, so we've got the level that I'm looking for my entry for taking longs, which is 71.23. Okay, so that's kind of like the early bird move into the market. But however, the proper move into the market where you know there is a high probability is going to keep going your way, right, would be if you got a close above this level right here, which would be 72.22. That's how it looks to me right now. In my opinion, that's how it looks to me. So first things first, let me see where this volume profile is sitting. And it's currently sitting, I took it all the way back to April 25. So since price is making its way up now, we might need to rejig all of this side here, right? Readjust it and see what else we get. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the volume profile all the way back to September 2023. Right, we're going to go all the way back to September 2023. Here we are. And now things now become interesting in a way where it says that, okay, maybe price is going to break the levels that I thought it was not going to break. Maybe price is going to do that. So as it stands, we can see we have a low value node in this area right here. Okay, so you want to keep an eye on that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rejig all of this, bearing in mind I've just changed the settings of the volume profile, okay, because depending on what levels you have it on will also determine what it will do or not do, right? So as it stands right now, looking at where oil is right now as we speak, okay, we have a fantastic opportunity. So I'm going to point that out to you right now. Right now, I'm going to point that out to you, right? That opportunity is this, and we can already see it's on its way down. Opportunity is price making its way back into this low value node of the low side of the high value area of the volume profile. This is the high value area right here. Okay, price is now making its way back down into it. Now the question that I have is this: if price makes its way back into this zone over here, right, price makes its way back into this zone over here, I want to see it bounce from this level. Once I see a bounce from this level, I'll be like, okay, maybe this is the opportunity to get in and start taking long positions. Why? Because the probability of price making its way all the way up to this low value node area on the high side of the volume profile is looking highly likely. Worst case scenario, it does a pullback once it reaches this level over here. Second worst case scenario is that it goes to this level up here. Best case scenario, it makes its way all the way up to the region of around $80 per barrel, right? Now, my initial analysis, right, does not support price going that high. I would be a liar right now if I turned around and said to you that my overall bias in oil is up. I'm actually thinking it's coming down, right? But however, where this price is heading up to makes a lot of sense for a rapid drop in pricing. So for example, price could come all the way up to this zone right here, where it would match up with the previous high that was set on January 15, 2025, right? It could come up to this level right here and then drop all the way back down again. So at this point right now, you could wait for price to retrace back into, say, the zone of around 67.11 to say 66.07, right? So price could retrace back into this zone. But once we get a bounce above 67.41, I would be comfortable with my buy, right? And then as soon as price clears this low value node area right here, which is sitting between 72.62 and 71.50, if it clears that area, I'll be super comfortable. I'll bring in a trailing stop right underneath that to secure what I've gained, right? It continues pushing up. Fantastic. Great. We're making more pips, right? We're making more pips. Soon as it makes its way up to the region, the area of, say, 77.63 and let's be a little bit conservative and let's say 74.13, okay, and it blasts through that, I know we're heading up to this zone over here. I know we're heading up to $80 per barrel, right? And at $80 per barrel, this is where I will have my TP set, right? And I'll be dragging my trailing stop as high as I can possibly get it as it goes higher and higher. Now, when it gets to this region over here, this is where we're going to know what it actually plans to do. Is it going to go higher than $80 or is it going to come back down? I personally believe it will be coming back down. But But once we get to that point, we will be covering it, because remember, we're looking at oil every single week, so we're going to know what's happening as it's happening. So as it stands right now, this is what I will leave with you, because I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you financial advice. I expect you to do the work yourself, and I expect you to make sure everything makes sense before you commit your hard-earned capital. First things first, if you are thinking about jumping in with buys, okay, I would wait for a retracement at this level, and I'll wait for a bounce above it. So the level we're talking about is 67.16. We need a close above that level, okay, or above this swing high over here, if you really want to be precise. Okay, if that move happens, then we want to be sensible as we ride our way through the low value nodes that are located in the high value area of the volume profile. Okay, once we cleared all of them and we've made it up to this level right here, this is where things start to become interesting. And at that point, I want to be right here sharing what I will be doing or not doing with you all. So with all of that said, I want to thank you for coming over and obviously watching up until now, right? And make sure that obviously you do all the things that make sense, such as hitting the subscribe, turn on the notification, and dropping us a like, so that whenever I drop a video, you will be notified as early as that video drops. So with all of that said and done, I will see you all on the next one.